Do you know why you're really so distracted at work?
No.
There are plenty of people who will talk to you about what distracts you. We all know what distracts us at work.
So today we're going to talk to you about why you're really distracted at work and what to do about it.
Why do we allow ourselves to be so distracted? Our right-hand man and production assistant, Alex, has 3 scenarios that we've gleaned from talking with clients throughout the years.
I have too much to do and it's stressing me out. I totally get this. This is like my weekly plan, right? If you get like 6 major things done in your day, you're doing really good.
What do you think about Alex's mega spreadsheet there?
One of the things that's a tripping point in the goal-setting process is the fact that most people don't take the time to think about how much time is involved in doing each of the tasks that they put on their to-do list. Many times people will have a list like Alex has here, and if you actually estimated the amount of time that he was going to allocate in an 8-hour day, it looks like he's got about 20 hours completed. When you look at each one of these items that you have there, determine your best estimate to how much time you think it's going to allocate. And make sure that whatever the time is you're planning on working in the day, you're able to get these things accomplished with a little flex time for a little relaxation to be able to get up, take time to focus, refocus, and relax.
This next scenario is I end up fixing other people's problems and doing their jobs for them. I check my email and everybody wants something from me. Then the day is gone and I've got none of my own work done. The only thing that's more annoying than not getting everything you want to do done is having to do what other people's jobs are. How do you deal with that when you end up doing somebody else's work and not getting any of your own work done?
So it sounds like you're getting pulled into other people's work so that you don't have time to do your own.
Well, that's a very common problem, particularly when people don't have a very specific plan at the beginning of the day. When somebody comes in for you to do something, the thing is, let me check my schedule. Look at your schedule based on the things that you've determined are important to find out whether or not that is something that you can do for that individual. And you might just say to them, I'm sorry, I'm previously committed today and I'm not going to be able to get to that until Thursday, till Friday, whatever the day might be appropriate that would allow you to handle that. If it's appropriate at all, the most important thing is making sure that the flying monkeys that people are trying to put on your back are really things that belong on your back and not on theirs.
So it sounds like being able to not only say no to people, which is something I struggle with, but also having a reason behind that, saying, look, this is what my schedule is like, so that you're not just arbitrarily saying no to somebody. Scenario number 5 is I'd love to be able to do my work, but my coworkers think I'm available for social time all day long. Even my manager thinks he has to check in with me randomly for a chat several times a day. So how do you avoid that when people are interrupting you? You do know what you need to do, but you just can't get to it.
When you find that there is someone who interrupts you as a course of habit, it's important to share with them an idea. We interrupt one another many times in the course of the day. As a matter of fact, the American Management Association says that the average executive is interrupted 8 times in the course of an hour, and that 1 hour of uninterrupted time equals 3.2 hours of interrupted time.
It's not just the time of the interruption, but it's the time it takes to regain your thinking and get back on track. It's a serious problem in the workplace.
We share the concept of a conference planner. If you find somebody that is interrupting you, you simply say to them, I've learned about this tool, and what it could do is help us eliminate interrupting one another. If we're able to save, in the course of a day, between 30 to 45 minutes, that equals 21 8-hour days in the course of a year, which is virtually a month of productivity. Say to this individual, look, what I'd like you to do is don't interrupt me when you just have one thing, but I'd like you to put 2, 3, or maybe 4 things down, and then tell me, and we'll spend 5 or 10 minutes together talking about those 3 or 4 items that you have and eliminate the one-on-one interruptions that continue to take place.
Now, there's some other tips we give too. Your body language can make a difference. If someone comes in for a social interruption and you turn and you point to the chair across the desk, well, you're sunk. But if you stay at your workstation, you look like you're going to continue doing your work, and you greet them briefly, that body language can help a little bit. Also, don't be afraid to put out a tent card or a note on your cubicle or a note in your door that says planning time. no interruptions. It is the workplace. People need to be able to understand that you're supposed to be here working. And sometimes those not so subtle cues can be a big help.
Wow, that's great advice. I find, especially for the kind of interruptions that I'm dealing with, I end up with social media interruptions. If you turn on airplane mode, you can check the full message and it won't show that you've seen it. So you can decide whether you want to answer it immediately instead of letting them know that you saw their comment 5 hours ago and have been ignoring them all this time. So on Facebook Messenger, there's a little green light that shows that you're available. I'll turn it off for anybody who's interrupting me. Scenario number 6 is I get 10 zillion emails in my inbox every day as I am a very important person and I have to reply to them. So basically, you get a notification, you think it's somebody who's having an emergency that you need to respond to. Turns out it's just your favorite YouTuber who's uploaded a video, and all of a sudden, you're watching cat videos in a dark corner of the internet someplace. So what do you do when you can't just turn off notifications for everybody and you have to respond?
Well, I love this one, Alex, because I hear it all the time. And at the base of it, I think that we have to first challenge some of the assumptions. This is the assumption. Oh, but these people's messages can't wait. They can't wait half an hour. They can't wait an hour. They can't wait for half a day. Most of the time, people's assumptions about how important they are and how fast they need to respond aren't really realistic.
Emails, text messages are not necessarily our priority. It's very important that you don't get into the habit of responding every time you get that notification. One of the things that I recommend is that you don't check your email until you've started on your day and you've begun working on the things that are most important to you. I like to check my email about 11 o'clock in the morning. Gives me an opportunity to see what emails I might need to respond to so that I can do that before noon. And then pick another time in the day that's convenient for you so that you're not constantly responding to the urgency of the bell.
Reassessing who you absolutely do need to get back to and respond to immediately will at least help you weed out some people that can wait that extra hour. I think I've got more than enough advice to work on for now. Comment down below with any sort of scenarios that are bothering you or just any questions you'd like Paul to answer. We'd love to do our best job to help you out.
And we might even feature some of your comments in future videos. So until next time, this is Living with a Purpose Academy, where we help you find and grow your passion and achieve your goals. We'll see you next time.
Look forward to seeing you then. There's dog collars that they have available that allow you to shock yourself. Wrap it around your neck and give yourself a zap when you find yourself distracted. Cattle prod is another piece of equipment that you might want to consider. It eliminates procrastination.